Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Melinda. I am from class 4C. Here I will explain about the material that I have learned before. In 6 weeks, and then I will explain about teaching English to young learners. First thing first, I will explain about the characteristic of young learners, and I will mention it. The characteristic of young learners are energetic, imaginative, and curious, short attention, and then kinesthetic. First is energetic. What is an energetic student? Energetic learners. I think the energetic learners, the learners that always spirit to learn about something. Then what is imaginative and curious learners? I think the imaginative learners are primarily interested in personal meaning. They learn by feeling their experiences, trusting in their perceptions, and being open to sensory input. They like to learn about things they value and care about and need to express their beliefs, feelings, and opinion. And then short attention. The short attention young learners like they are feel easy to feel bored and unable to focus on one thing for a long time. And then kinesthetic. I think the kinesthetic young learners is like when they are learn that they relies on touch or taste to receive information and knowledge. Someone or learners who has kinesthetic learning style tends to like to do touch, feel, move, and experience directly. And then how to deal with young learners. First is like see understandings, children's characteristic, and then be creative teacher, be patient and positive. See understanding children's characteristic that can be categorized into short attention learners, and the energetic young learners, how to deal with them, how to deal with energetic learners is vary your lesson plans. The best way to teach an energetic student is to keep their attention. Because they are energetic, we should keep their attention because they are not easy to feel bored. And one way to do that is by adding variety to your lesson plans and activities. Play some games, introduce a new book, transpose a familiar song to a new key, or experiment with some jutes. The more interesting your lesson are for a student, the more likely they are to pay attention and observe what you are trying to teach. And then imaginative and curious young learners, how to deal with them, how to deal with imaginative and curious young learners is use stories or tell them the fairy tale. It can be said that stories or the fairy tale are a good medium for developing a child's imagination. This imagination will increasingly be simulated from reading books or watching movies. The child doesn't only focus on the story, but they can imagine what the story is. And then young learners with short attention, how to deal with them? Maybe with stop boring activity, use activity they like, such as games, play, or painting. And then kinesthetic young learners. How to deal with kinesthetic young learners are with practice and experiment. Learners with kinesthetic type tend to be active and like to observe directly from what they see. If the learners accept the material, make a simple simulation, or practice the information that appears later can be easier to remember. In addition, kinesthetic learners usually don't give up easily. They are hard to give up. So the more difficult level of practice, the greater the desire to know the content. Teacher can create an effective and fun learning process. Okay, move to the next. Is how children learn. How children learn are motivated by external and then subject center and then rely on others to decide what's important to learn. And then the last is reward or punishment. The first is motivated by external. For the example, is like when the learners feel bored when study, then the teacher said give the question, and then there is no one student who want to answer, then the teacher said, who can answer my question will get gift from me. And then I think it can be motivated by external, because after that the student can be spirit and motivated because the teacher have to promise that who can answer the question will get gift from the teacher. And then subject center, for the example, is like when we teach the learners about the animal, they only focus on the animal. What is the animal is like cow, cat, and they do not study about the how the cat sounds or how the chicken sounds. They only focus on the name of the animal. Difference with learners, adult learners maybe will find about the information that how chicken sounds, how cat sounds, but the young learners only focus on to the subject about the animal, about the name of the animal, and then rely on others to decide when important to learn. Rely on others to decide what important to learn. I think the learners will see what is his friend doing, what is his friend learn, then the learners will follow what they see about their friends. And then reward or punishment, I think rewards or punishment will be can be same with motivated by external. They learn about when the teacher promised to give the gift to learners, it can be rewards, or when the teacher said who cannot answer my question will get punishment, and then they motivated to answer the question because they don't want to get the punishment. It can how children learn. Okay, I think enough from me, and thank you for watching, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.